Now this is a Harley-Davidson motorcycle. And if I ask most of you, what did Harley-Davidson do? You'd probably say they sell motorcycles. Well, I'm going to challenge that, because here's what an executive says they sell. What we sell is the ability and the opportunity for a 43-year-old accountant dressed up in black leather, ride through small towns, and have people be afraid of him. I'm here today sitting in the midst of the most influential and positive people in the medical practice. I'm here with you today. I know that you all come from different places. Some of you are running small medical practices, and some of you are running large conglomerates. Some of you have come with many challenges here today. You may be looking for patient satisfaction score improvements. You may be trying to improve your operating. You may be trying to look at how you can do things differently. But here is what I do know today. I do know that each of you, all of you here, come with the ability and the capability to invoke monumental change in the healthcare field. I think that most of you would agree with me that healthcare in the United States today is in dire need of innovation, and you all are the innovators to make that happen. It is not the government that is going to make these changes for us. It is you. And you've listened so attentively, and I thank you to all that blah, blah they just said about me. It is 3:30, and I'm sure you're saying, let's get on with the show here. That's not what you want to hear. And so then you looked on the stage and you're wondering, well, where is she? Well, as leaders, you must learn to do the unexpected. You create the unexpected. I sat in the audience with you because that's not where you expected me to be. I wanted to be among you all today. It's such an honor. I did not want to be separated from you. As leaders, we're here to talk about reimagining today. And I want you to understand that you have to reimagine every single thing you do. And that said to me, I had to reimagine how to start this presentation today. I'm not going to start where you expect me to be. Leaders have to create the unexpected. What I do know today is this: we have the opportunity to make a big difference and an opportunity to change. I just listened to some of those awards. These people are not doing the status quo. The business practices that we use in the 80s and the 90s in your medical practices will not take you to the 21st century. You are going to continue to be surrounded by sociological changes, technology changes, and you may ask yourself, what am I to do? This is what you do. You choose. What are your choices? You either become an influencer of change or you become a victim of change. And I don't think anyone here today wants to be a victim. Do you? I didn't think so. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to reimagine our medical practices for the next few minutes this afternoon. But I have good news for you. There is one thing that is always in your control 100% of the time, 365 days a year, 24/7. That is your attitude. I want you to come today with a new attitude. I want you to come today with the attitude of imagination and start to recreate. Here's what I want you to think about. Here are some questions. Is your practice running in just survival mode? Are you hanging on, clenching with your knuckles to old practices and processes that's going to be a sure death for you? Are you just working in survival mode and hoping that you can get by? You will not survive the 21st century that way. Are you sticking to the basics? Because after all, you've worked very hard as administrators and practice managers to make sure that your practices are running like a well-oiled machine. Don't touch that machine. It's working just fine, thank you very much. But if that's what you're going to do, you're going to be in trouble. So I'm asking you today, reimagine your basic practices today. Are your practices structured, designed for today, or are they designed for the future? What works quite well for you today is not going to work for you for 10 years. And so I challenge you today to reimagine what your structures and processes in the medical industry needs to look like. Now, are you reforming or are you reimagining? Reforming says to me, you're just tinkering with the process, that you've stolen everybody else's best practice so that your practice looks like everybody else's. I think you need to turn that upside down. I tell people it's now time to look at your businesses as if you're looking through a kaleidoscope and change the dial so that you can look at your medical practice in many different ways, in many different directions. It is time to have a revolution in healthcare, and you are the ones who can bring that revolution about. Last but not least, let's fast forward to the year 2014. Where will you be? How many of you will still be here? Or how many of you will held on to your practices because it was the right thing to do, that you did it the same old way, and that these seats will not be filled in 2014? Well, I am here not to answer the questions, not to even tell you what to do, because you know better than I what you need to do in your practice. But I am here today to challenge your thinking about what it is that you could do for your medical practice. I want you to meet your new patient. She is most likely going to be Hispanic. She may be Asian, Latin American. She will be a rainbow of colors. She's going to be demanding. She's the CEO of her life. She's internet savvy. She's knowledgeable. She went to WebMD. She knows what's wrong with her. She only comes to your practice so that she can get a confirmation from you. She wants a collaborative relationship with you, and she wants to be connected with you. But she is vocal, and she is skeptical and demanding. Are you ready for her? That is not to say, gentlemen, that you will not be patients. It's that the women are going to be bringing you there. I know.